Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Thanks for joining me. I'd also like to say a special thank you to everyone who's stuck it out this far. I know it can get a little long, and I'm putting enough information in there quick enough, but not too fast. It can't be digested. This video here and this video here, I want to share with you the things that I did in the municipal corporation meeting there that pertain to property and registration and deed and things like that. The last video I said I'd like to talk a little bit about that and how to take it out of their hands. I'd like to start off with saying that you've heard me make reference to the Constitution and that it's the people's charter to the corporation. But we're endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights that cannot be liened. And we're endowed by our Creator with these. I know a lot of people say, I know my constitutional rights. Don't tell me, officer. But the fact of the matter is it's not your Constitution that gives you the right. It's those rights that are given to you by your Creator. A constitution is a charter contract between the individuals in the corporation and or government and the employees that work for them, the citizen, the resident. Look up the word resident. It basically means that you are a renter or a tenant. And so as I refer to the Constitution, try and keep in mind that that is a contract between the people and the government, or the corporate government. The people are sentient beings, and the corporation is a fictitious entity. It's a piece of paper somewhere, like all charters are. Churches are corporations. They file 501c3. They have charters. They have bylaws. And a corporation is a business. So I'm of the opinion that churches shouldn't file 501c3, but that's my opinion. There's the separation of church and state, but they can do whatever they want. Particular, I don't care really. But but here's the thing: in the video, you hear me stressing that the contract that I have with this man, his name's Everett. So the contract between me and Everett is a contract between two sentient human beings, not a sentient human being and a fictitious entity. So the contract that you create with one of your fellow brothers or sisters has more power, more authority than the contract, than the constitutions themselves. And that's why I reference the Constitution in there to stress to these public servants that you can't interfere. If you notice, and many of you already know, that you got to use gold and silver coins to purchase things like land, real estate, or movable property, cars, tractors, dirt bikes and side-by-sides, anything like that, anything that can move. you contract with your fellow man. That contract has more power than you can ever imagine. And the constitutions were written so that the governments understood this is where your limitations lie. The constitutions were never meant to limit the people. What you create, you control. So you heard me in the video make a reference to, I kind of stumbled around a little bit, but, and you know, finally corrected my statement. But this is from the Constitution, Article 1, Section 10, Clause 1. And in there it states that no state shall enter into any treaty, alliance, or confederation, grant letters of marque or reprisal, here it goes, coin money, emit bills of credit, make anything but gold or silver coins as tender for payment of debt, pass any bill of attainder ex post facto law, or laws impairing the obligation of contract, or grant any titles of nobility. I love that section. I really do. It says a lot. And I'm going to break it down here a little bit and explain or interpret Article 1, Section 10, Clause 1. Just what I'm trying to put across to these servants. In here it says, coin money, emit bills of credit, or make anything but gold or silver coins a tender for payment of debt. So unless you use gold or silver coins, you haven't bought it. It doesn't belong to you. A lot of y'all know that a Federal Reserve note is just an IOU. You're passing the debt along to the next person involved. So whenever you purchase anything, like when I purchase automobiles, I'll come up to you and I'll approach you. Hey, buddy, I really like your 84 IROC. I tell you what, I'll buy it from you. How much do you want for it? Well, you know, I'll take $900. Okay, I mean, that sounds like a pretty fair price, especially when it runs and you can drive it away. Listen here, man, I will buy this off of you, but I'm going to pay you in silver coins. 21 to be exact. $20 is a constitutional amount of money. That's why I like to say 21. Just an extra dollar for good measure. So here's the deal. I'm going to buy this car from you for 21 silver dollars. Those 21 silver dollars probably isn't worth $900. So here's the deal. I'm going to buy this car from you, and you know, if you'll sell it, and I'm going to give you 21 silver dollars for it. And then I'm going to buy them 21 silver dollars back with some Federal Reserve notes. Here you go. Here's your $900. That's two different transactions. I'm buying the car with gold and silver coins, and I'm buying the gold and silver coins with Federal Reserve notes. And it's a lawful contract. So you're going to take that title, you're going to turn it over, and in the sales price on the title, the back of the title, write 21 silver dollars. 21 silver dollars. And then the buyer needs to sign it with the beneficiary signature. So, but that's it. That's as far as you go with it. You don't go down and get another title. You don't need that. That is a contract. The back of that title is a contract between two men, or men and women, whatever. So that has more power than anything. Um, there's no need to get another title. Matter of fact, you don't even need a title. All you need to do is create a bill of sale, have it notarized, put the VIN number on it, the year, make, and model, 21 silver dollars, bam, that's all you need. You own it. Now, you do the same thing with property. That's what we did. That's what me and him did. Everett came to me and said, man, I'm having this problem, so can you help me? Yeah, sure. Sell it to me for two $20 gold pieces. We do that. Sell it to me, and for that, then I own it. Now I can go down to your meeting with you and say stuff like, this guy ain't even got a dog in the race anymore. This belongs to me. Okay, so now you're dealing with me. At that time he sold it to me, there was still a deed registered at the county. But once he did that, we got a new contract. And further on in that clause, the first clause, section 10, it says that they can't create laws impairing the obligation of contract. So even if they create a law that impairs the obligation of contract, it's a voided law. So go ahead and do it like that. And that's what I did. You can't say that this old deed is still, he's still under contract with the county or the state based on the old deed. The old deed doesn't apply anymore. There's a new contract in town, Sheriff. So what that did is it pulled it out of the deal. When you register a deed, you enter into a contract with the state or whoever's whatever clerk you're going to register this at. You enter into a relationship with them, a contractual relationship, and now they have some say in what goes on in your property. This is how I shut them down. As you watch the video, you'll see that. So if me and you have a contract, there's nothing they can do. Now, there's a lot of you out there that'll understand this. And I use the word understand. You could say comprehend. A lot of people nowadays I've noticed they don't say understand anymore. I understand or overstand, but I don't understand. Understand, they'll say, I don't say understand because it means to stand under you or your foot. The cop says, do you understand? When you say, well, yeah, I understand. Then they say what you're saying is I understand your authority. I stand under your authority. But really what understand means contractually, because we're living in a commercial thing, you got to look at things contractually, words contractually. The word understand means underwrite. Okay? So when the cop says, do you understand? They're trained to say this. Do you understand? Well, yeah, I understand. Dang, you just underwrote the bond. You go in front of the judge. The judge says, do you understand the charges? Yes, Your Honor, I understand. You just underwrote the bond. A lot of people go into the tribunals and they go, I don't understand, which is smart. If you don't know what else to say, I don't understand. But I'll use that word, because most people understand it. Just be careful when you're talking to these jokers about what words you use. And the last thing I want to mention in Article 1, Section 10, and this is a little off to the side, but I figured I'd throw this in there. Okay? In Article 1, Section 10, Clause 1, at the very end, it's where it says, or laws impairing the obligation of contracts, or grant any title of nobility. Okay, I want to talk about that just for a minute. What's the title of nobility? What they're saying is that you're not allowed to accept any title of nobility from a foreign government or king. Okay? You're familiar with this title. You hear it all the time, especially if you have any of those legal problems. Esquire. Attorney so-and-so Esquire. Esquire is a title. Beneficiary is a title. That's why you put it at the end of your name. But Esquire is a title of nobility. An Esquire is a squire, which is one level below a British knight. That's why a lot of y'all already know this. The BAR is an acronym for British Accredited Regency. Or some people say registry. So these clowns that are attorneys, and if you look up the definition of attorney, it'll say an attorney is an agent. And then you look up the definition of agent, and it says that an agent is an actor. But they can only act with permission. They have to have the director's permission or the producer of the play's permission to act that part. That's power of attorney. Don't ever hire an attorney. Don't ever give an attorney a power of attorney. The only individuals that are humans, people, sentient beings, whatever, that need an attorney is those that are under 18 or retards. That's actual. I know that might not be politically correct to say, but that's what it says when you go digging into this, that you're either retarded or you're under 18. Always go into their tribunals under special appearance, and when they ask you if you want to represent yourself, no, I don't want to represent myself. I'm here Shuri jurist in propria persona. That means I am a living being that knows the law, and I'm here in proper person. There's a reason that you do that. I may get into that in another video. But I just want to throw that out there. Now check this out. According to the Sherman Antitrust Act, and every other constitution in the state constitution, like for instance, I have the Tennessee Constitution in front of me, where it actually says, I believe it's 13. No. It actually says that monopolies are not allowed. Well, I can't pick it up here right quick. But anyway, in the Tennessee Constitution, it says that monopolies are strictly forbidding. So now you have someone with the title of nobility and belongs to the bar, right? All judges, so-called judges, belong to the bar. They're not practicing law anymore. They can't practice law from the bar, although they do it all the time. They're still members of the Bar Association. There is no license to practice law. Ask any attorney you want. There is no license to practice law. It's a bar membership. It's an exclusive club to a monopolistic organization. There's only one bar in Tennessee. And they'll say, well, you can't practice law in Tennessee without having being a bar member or having a license. There are no license. No state that I'm aware of actually issues one. Ask a lawyer, show me your license. They're going to pull their bar card out. So what I did with these guys in the land, if you do this with land, okay, there's different ways that you can do this. You can take your property and sell it to someone that you trust, a brother, a really good friend. Sell it to him for gold and silver. Make a contract up, sell it to him, and then go down and pay your taxes. Like Everett will get taxes for this year. He'll go down there and he'll pay the taxes. I told him he didn't have to, but he said he's going to anyway. I said, I don't care, pay him. But don't pay him for next year, because you don't own this land next year. So he'll go down there and he'll pay him, and he'll show him a copy of the bill of sale. I sold this to this guy right here. The only thing the bill of sale has got on it is my name. It doesn't have my address, social security number, birth date, none of that stuff. Driver's license number, none of that. It just has the name. So when you go down there, tell them, look, man, I don't own this anymore. Here, want a copy? They will not bill you. They will not send you taxes. They can't. You don't own it anymore. And they can't charge me because I haven't entered into a contract. I haven't created another deed, nor will I. I've got a 4.5 acre piece of land here just down the road from my house. It's pretty worthless. It's straight uphill. I live in the mountains. But I never registered the deed. That was going on 20 years ago. They haven't tried to sell it on auction because they can't. It doesn't belong to them. They've never tried to hit my buddy up that I bought it from. Well, the first year they did. He said, man, I got a notice, man. You owe the taxes. No, I don't. No, neither do you. And we did this 20 years ago. They haven't even offered to hit me up for it. The minute they do, I will lien the county, and then I'll padlock their doors. I'll kick them all out of their offices, and I'll padlock their doors. Because that's what a lien does. At the end of the video, you'll hear me say, I don't sue, I lien. And that's what a lien is. It deprives someone from using their own property until they pay you. So that's what we did with that. And I'm going to try and run this down real quick. Registration. In Black's Law Dictionary, 9th edition, revised, when you look up registration, it says to prepare a security for sale to the public. I told him, I said, I'm not going to register it. It's selling it to the public. I don't intend to sell it to the public. Now, friends that are watching, you want to buy the land? Come and get it from me. You're not the public. You're another sentient human being that I'm making a contract with. So there's no reason to register anything. Your car. You want to know why the cops will pull you over, pull you out of your car, and take you to jail, and say for a DUI, or smoking marijuana in a state where it's not legalized. They take you out, they take your car and they put it on a rollback, and then they make you pay for it. Why? Because it belongs to them. You think your car is yours. Go back and look at the sticker, the renewal sticker on the back of your tag every year. It's the registration sticker. And if you look really deep, get a magnifying glass. Look really deep into the sticker. And most states, I know in fact that Tennessee does it, but most states there's like a hard to see holographic image into the sticker. And they're usually a circle with a 6-pointed star. And it says official use. It actually belongs to them. There's a couple ways out of that. You want to take your car out of the registration, let it lapse. Let it expire. Take the tag off and go. Make your own tag. The two vehicles I have that are my personal vehicles, my Tahoe and my IROC, I had the tags made at a sign shop. Disabled vet tags at a sign shop. Parking in the handicap spot, all that stuff. They don't mess with me. I've been pulled over 3 times. One time I was doing 61 miles an hour in a flashing school zone, pulling a camper. 20 minutes later, the cop's boss is telling me, Mr. Hauser, have a nice day. And I went on down the road. The other 2 times I got pulled over and the cops won't even get out of the car. They, as soon as they run it, they leave. When I was arrested with my friends for doing, when I was kidnapped with my friends for doing these liens, I was in the parking lot of the DAV, Disabled American Veterans. I help veterans write claims and get benefits from the trust. So they roll up on me, 12 cop cars deep. You're under arrest. They looked in my car, or my Tahoe. The doors were all unlocked. The tag's on the back. Well, this is his. I had some illegal paraphernalia sitting on the dashboard. They could see it, and they chose to not even touch it. Why? It doesn't belong to them. It stayed right there, and then my brother drove it home for me. But that's what this is. Another thing you can do is save up all your receipts for your gas, your tires, your brake job, your what it costs for your insurance, your gas receipts, and then charge them 50 cents a mile. Fix up a bill and send the state a bill. Say, I realized that I looked on the back of the tag here, and I realized that this car is for official use. It's yours. Y'all owe me some money. I've been taking care of your car for you all this time. So here's the last 6 months of what it costs to run this thing. And I'm going to charge you for driving it. State workers get mileage when they're driving, right? That's what you are, a state worker driving their car. So send them a bill. And then give them the option to either pay you and start paying you for driving their car, or to unregister it. Just like that. They will send you a certificate saying that they've unregistered your vehicle. Then it's private property. You can also sell it to yourself, right? Because it's the trust that owns the car. So you take your title and you flip it over and you fill out the seller's name. Make it in all caps. It's the trust selling it. You're acting as the representative of the trust, selling it to a beneficiary. 21 silver dollars. And then sign the buyer's signature with a beneficiary signature. It's that simple, man. And then have fun, man. No, learn, man. Learn. I'm telling you what, you can shut anybody down, any of these public service down, just like that. Knowing what to say. And having the confidence to say it. And not being shaky. The minute they know you're shaky and they can scare you, you don't do this or that, you're going to jail. Oh, please, officer, don't send me to jail. Man, I spent 3 freaking years. You think I care? Man, I've been to combat and prison. I don't care to go back either for the right cause. So do that. That's pretty much registration, constitutional contract of property, and how these lawyers, they're all committing a violation of the Sherman Antitrust Act. And they're clowns. They're absolute clowns. You can do anything that they can do. Matter of fact, they'll be more lenient if you're going to do it. They'll be more lenient on you because they realize that you might not know all the legalese and all that other stuff. But learn, man. If you want to play their game, play it. Learn how to do it. And but I would suggest not doing it. Why? Why should you? Be a king. A lot of people will say, oh, he's one of them sovereign citizens. No, I'm not a sovereign citizen. A sovereign is a king and a citizen is a subject. I am a sovereign. A lot of I'll refer to this a lot too. A lot of Christians will go, well, the Bible says you gotta give to Caesar what's Caesar's. Caesar's been dead for 2,000 years. I ain't got crap to Caesar. And that, well, that's a reference to the government. You gotta mind your government. No, you don't. Not when your government is crooked. So, be a man. Be a woman. Step up, man. You are who you are. When Moses, or not Moses, but when Noah came off of the ark, the Most High told him to go forth and multiply and subdue the land. Put the land under you. Don't let any of these clowns, they're public servants. Don't be afraid of them. Say whatever you want to them. Thank you very much for your attention. Those of you that stuck with me this long, I will say this much. You're eager to learn. Hit me up on Messenger. I love talking to you guys. I've talked to a bunch of y'all already. Any questions that you have, shoot one at me. Peace and blessings.